Hello and hi. Today we are starting about the loops. Now, what is loop? We will be talking about that. So for that, we are just taking a file loops dot Java. Okay. So let me just go for it very easily over here. First of all, the loops. The meaning of the loops is termed as repeated doing the same repetitive task again and again. Okay. So I guess now we have got it. Okay, so once you get you stop VS2 code, you do a lot of coding. You will be familiar with the VS2 code. A lot of autocomplete code is available in what in the Java, not in Java only. You can do it is available in all the languages. Okay, all right, guys. Over here, if you see now, let us start a loop thing over here. Now, basically, first of all, let's go for a little bit theoretical parts. Okay, so loops. Now, if anyone asks you how many types of loops are there, if you say three, basically that is incorrect. In the company, they are asking about how do you know the topics. So basically, there are two type of loop: entry control and exit control loop. All right, guys. Now, in the entry control, we have a lot of loops for while. Okay. Uh, Over here in exit control, we just have dot do dot dot while. Now, if you just see the latest Java over here, we have introduced with a new loop called as for each loop. Okay, so what is this? Let us just try to go for it. For each, I will not be teaching it in this video. We will be going into the next video to learn about for each thing. For each, you will require a whole new video about that. That's why. So let's just take this thing as part one. In part two, we will be learning about the for each loop and the nested loop. Okay, over here, if I need to declare the loops over here, first of all, I have to write int I is equal to 1. Now, if I say while in bracket I is less than equal to 10. So now, again, the rule is same. If you have more one line, you don't need a curly bracket. If you require more than one line, you need a curly bracket. After that, 1 is greater than 10 equal to 10. We are writing system dot out dot println, and over here let me just write I and then I plus plus semicolon. Okay, so over here this is called what? This is called initialization. This is known as condition. So if there are three pillars of a loop, over here the first pillar I have discussed initialization, second pillar is condition, and the third pillar which we know is what? Is basically, I'm sorry, okay, it's basically what? Known as updation. Now in updation, we have a two category: increment slash decrement. Okay, guys. So let's just try to run it. Java loops.java. We have run it properly. Over here, you can see that file has been made. So you can see that number has been printed. So over here, this was known as increment. Now increment means when you are just going for the positive ones. Now, if you just go for the opposite of that, you want to go for the negative of that. So let's just comment it out over here and I. Why do we take I only? There are many variables what you can take, but it is what do you say? It is advised to take IJK because all the developers over there trained to go with these kind of loops. That's why. So let's over here go for the 10 while I is greater than equal to 1 system dot out dot println in bracket we are writing I. All right. So now I minus minus semicolon. Every time you do every time you do a change, you need to update, you need to compile it. So this is what this is the decrements. You can see 10 to 1, it is going in the negative order. If you have understood this, then that is great. If not, I would advise you that you should go for the revision of it. I mean, you should go for to repeat the same video. Along with that, now we are going for what? We are actually going for thing called as for loop. So for loop is one of the most easiest loop. So that's why we are declaring it also in one thing only. I is equal to 1. I is less than equal to 10. I plus plus. Okay, there's only one line, right? System println. Now, basically, the format for this is what known as for initialization semicolon condition semicolon updation. We got that right. So this is it. Now you can see we are getting the same result. Now, if you just want to learn the negative order, let's just try to learn the negative order. How to do that? We are declaring it over here. I is equal to 10. I is greater than equal to 1. I plus plus system dot out print ln in bracket we are writing I. Okay, so let's just try to run it. Okay, we did some mistake. Yep, we did the mistake. That's why over here we have landed to a condition called as infinite loop. So to stop it, we just have to press Control C. It will be stopped. After that, again, because we have done the change over here, we need to compile it again. Now we have got the answer. So I guess you have understood this. All right. Now let's move forward. Over here, now we are going for the exit loop. Now over here you would have noticed one thing that the condition is done just after the initialization, but that is called an entry control loop. But in the exit control loop, the situations everything gets reversed. We just a little bit change over here. So let's just try to understand what is exit control loop. So basically we are writing int I is equal to 1 semicolon and we are writing do startup bracket, then we are writing system dot out dot print ln. We are writing I, and after that we are pressing enter I plus plus. So see, till now we have not given the condition. Now we will give the condition. Over here, while uh, I is less than equal to 10 semicolon. Okay, so you might say What is the syntax of this thing? The syntax is very easy. This is a comment. Now, initialization, we write do. Uh, Foundation. After that, we are writing condition. So do while is the only loop in which you can include which you have to include a semicolon in the last. Okay, so see over here we have applied. Now basic. Sorry, actually, I'm sorry. So basically over here now, if you see, if I run this file, everything goes like very smoothly. Now let me just run it afterwards. And I is equal to 10 semicolon. Okay, we are not doing that. We are doing this. We do. Then we are writing system dot out dot println. After that, we are writing. Okay, we are writing I, and we are writing I minus minus semicolon. While I is greater than equal to 1 semicolon. Okay. Let's just try to start this thing. Okay, we are getting this. So this is what called as loops. We have done very simple program. Why we have done a very simple program? Just to teach you the fundamentals of the loops. After this, we will be going with the nested loops, in which we will be doing a lot of things, and we will be doing the for each loop also. Why I'm not covering for? Okay, in your mind it will be coming. Okay, why aren't we? I'm coming covering this whole thing in one thing. But the thing over here, that is, I have to explain you about objects, and after that only I can teach you about the for each loop. That's right. So for that, you need to help me a little bit. You need, if you like the video, you have to like the video. Along with that, just a piece of advice for you guys. Please subscribe the channel to be connected with the channel. Along with that, through which we will be launching. See, it's very like just in like 1 month we will be launching our Spring Boot course also. Along with that, it will be Hibernate. Okay, in that course, if you don't want to go with that course, you want to go with the Android course, we can go with the Android course also. So for that, please subscribe our channel and like the video if you like it. That's great. Thank you for joining, guys. It was great.